Hello YouTube, this is Darren with New and Old Survival. We've got about a foot of snow outside, beautiful winter wonderland, and snow started coming in I guess about lunchtime yesterday. Today's March 26th, and we lost power approximately 9 o'clock last night, and the time I started to show the microwave time, and it's almost 12 o'clock during the day here. So basically all we did was just brought the camp stuff inside to cook on. See my little teapot. That's what we had. Coffee. I'd actually pre-made the coffee and still have some in there. So all I had to do is just heat it up this morning. So we have a propane stove and these Mountain Dew bottles. That is not Mountain Dew. That's water. Don't drink soft drinks, and nobody in the house does. But people that do drink soft drinks, and I know about it, I'll ask them to save their 2-liter bottles, and we just store tap water in that. Now we do have a well water, so I have to add a couple of drops of bleach, unscented, to them just to help them keep. And then those will stay outside in the garage until we need them, like now. And you can see we're melting snow. And as soon as that melts, then that becomes our wash basin. Still have plenty of soap. And this is just going to be a video of some clips, that I'm just putting together. I don't have a cat, but I did get me a little cat litter bucket. Drilled some holes in the top of it. And they make charcoal filters for cat litter boxes. So what I've done, and you can kind of see here, is I've got some baling wire. I can get it open with one hand, and that holds my filter in place. And there's our compost. So that saves me if all we have is a couple of eggshells or a banana peel. I don't want to walk all the way down to the big composter. So it goes into that, and I'll probably empty that once a week, and that charcoal filter will keep any and all the smells out. And those filters are said to last about 3 months. A little DIY project if you care to get into it. Alright, for sanitation, I could melt all of this snow, which does take quite a long time, because as we all know, that it takes a lot of snow to get a lot of water. But we're just letting the sun do it for us and drain into these rain barrels, and that's what we're flushing the toilets with. But if needs be, then we can boil it and use it for cooking. But this is 55 gallons, and then I've got another one over here. I think this is a 160 gallon tank, and we'll do the same thing. But the sun is filling this up with water, and this is probably just slushy. It is. It's just slush. And the snow falling off the trees is where that's coming from. It's supposed to get up to about 45 degrees today. Now, while we're talking about letting the sun work for us, we all have to eat. So in order to save propane, you don't have to think, but what is the possibility that one day it won't be a week, may not be a month? What if it's a year long? So this is what we're cooking dinner right now. Let's see if I can zoom in on that temperature. Right now it's about 35 degrees outside. I don't know if it's showing up, but it looks like it's coming up on about 200. And all I need is 160 to cook with. So, got some peas and carrots and hamburger steak in there with mushroom gravy. Letting the sun work for us. And for heat, we have a gas stove. Now, this is designed with this little area in here, it acts as an insulator, so you can't actually cook on this top surface. But in the very near future, I'll be getting a reflector oven to put in front of this, so while it's heating the house, I can be cooking or heating water for baths. And that's just something I need to do, is get me a reflector oven or make one. And for lighting, we have oil lamps, and we have several. Here's one that'll help for the living room area. There's one in the kitchen, and we have, I believe, candles and such upstairs for lighting, but I'll show you a different option. Alright, it looks like a mess, but it serves a purpose. What I have here, I have a couple of different types. Let's see if we can get in here. That is a luminade, and you can see, even though I've turned it around backwards, there's enough ambient light coming through for that little LED to show me that it's charging. After it's fully charged, it will turn green. And over here, let's see, we have Lucy lanterns. You can catch these on eBay. Actually, I think I ordered 4 more for about $7.50. And they too have a little solar panel. And don't know if this one has an LED. It does not. Indicator that shows that it's charging. But these also will fully charge in ambient light, especially in sunlight. And we actually left one on low last night, all night long. I went up this morning at 9 o'clock, so 12 hours they stayed on and was still going strong. So you can charge them up every day, and then they'll last completely all night long. $7.50, and one lantern is enough to do about a 12 by 12 room. And this is just some luminescent paint. And there's another solar light. It's also a dynamo with a hand crank. So we have lighting.
Okay, here's another way that I'm getting around living without electricity. Today is day 4, and what we have is I have a 5-gallon bucket that I collected water out of my rain barrel. This is the Zodi Hot Tap Instant Water Shower, and I'm in clean clothes because I just tried it out, and it does work, and it works very well. Now, you're not going to be able to immediately just stick this thing in the water and get hot water. It's only seeming to raise the temperature about 20 degrees, maybe 25 degrees. It's 40 degrees out here, but the water that I collected was just snow that's been, you know, melting off of the roof, going down the gutter, into the rain barrel. And so it's, I didn't measure the temperature. I'd say no more than 40 degrees when the water first comes out. But it comes with a battery pack, and with that battery pack, that will attach to a pump that you stick in the water bucket. And what I did to make it more comfortable is, when I first started this up, since I've already used it, it's going to be slightly warm, is crack the gas valve, turn it on a little bit, and it does have a piezo starter, so you don't have to worry about bringing matches or anything. Got some water inside of it. And then once that's done, start your pump. Okay, it's not going to be your standard shower full strength, but water will come from the pump in here around these coils. It has flame that will heat the water, and even now it's still warm while I've already taken a shower. But what I had to do is let it warm the coils, come out, and I just left it stuck in a bucket just to warm up the water before it had to rewarm it. And I left this in here for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and when I pulled it out, even though the temperature outside here is about 40, then I was able to shower and very comfortably. It's been a couple, 2 or 3 years since I bought this. I've never used it, but I thought this might be a good time to try it out, and it worked quite well. And it's something that you might be interested in. It's certainly portable. You don't have to bring your 5-gallon bucket. Actually, the bucket that is supplied with it, you can just go to the creek and do the same thing that I'm doing with this bucket. So it's an all-in-one. The only thing I don't think that you'll be able to fit, and I haven't tried, is the propane bottles. And I just keep 4 D batteries for what it runs on. I keep a pack of 4 D batteries inside here, as well as what's already inside. So hit the button, shower stops. And the shelf life on the batteries is like 10 years. So I really enjoy it. So that's how we take a hot bath. Another thing that would be very useful for you ladies or gentlemen, I'm not ashamed to wash dishes, dry. You know, I live here too, why shouldn't I help, right? So this is also great for dishes if you need hot water. When the power is out, you don't have hot water. So I thought I'd share. I'll probably say that a lot. I just noticed myself.